Well, hello, ladies. Thank you for coming to West Suburban Pads Wellness Group today. Most of y'all might know who I am. Some of y'all have new faces. I never seen y'all, so I'm going to introduce myself. My name's Anita. I'm the social work intern here at Pads. I'm usually here Thursday and Fridays if you need me, and occasionally Wednesdays when I'm hosting group. And it's going to last for about 20 minutes. We're going to go through a few things before we get into group. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself and what one of my main rules are, and this is just group rule, is whatever said here in group stays in group. And let's remember the golden rule, ladies. Do unto others as we will make others do unto ourselves. So who would like to start first? Quick introduction.
Okay. My name is Aisha. I come to Pads a couple of times a week. I've been homeless for about 2 years or so. So I just come when I need some shelter and support.
I'm done. You want to say anything else? Just that one?
Portia.
I'm Christina. Okay. So I gave y'all the first little rules. Could y'all think of any rules that we should implement into this group session that I forget, or we gonna keep it broad? And if we come across one, add one.
Just one rule for you. Don't try to act like you're better than us just because you went to school and stuff.
Okay, I can respect that. And if you feel that, I can respect that. Anybody else? Do you think I present myself that way?
Yeah, you have somewhat of an air about you.
Okay, I'm sorry if you feel that way. I don't try to present myself that way.
Okay, I appreciate you saying that.
Okay.
What do you feel for me?
So today, our group topic is about CBT, and I'm just give y'all like a little brief thing about CBT, and I just wanna show y'all how we can implement it in our daily lives. So the aspect of CBT, which is cognitive behavioral therapy, I know you're like, yeah, you keep doing our CBT. It's just the abbreviation. And we're gonna take the sustained talk versus change talk. And CBT is a therapeutic treatment that helps patients understand the thoughts and feelings that influence their behaviors. And sustained talk is not the change talk. It is when a person talk about change, but they never really implement change. More like excuses. I want to stop smoking, but I never stop smoking. I'm just keep giving myself excuses.
You smoke?
No, I'm just throwing it out there. And change talk is a statement by a person revealing consideration, motivation, or commitment to change. You know what? I want to stop smoking. It's not good for me. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna start by, instead of smoking a whole pack of cigarettes, I'm gonna attempt to just smoke one, or I'm gonna attempt to not buy it. Can anybody identify any change talk or sustained talk that they might do for themselves?
I'm not trying to come here forever.
Well, you know, this is an open-ended group, and it changed week by week.
I know, but I come a lot and I want to keep coming. Let's change talk, right?
So what are you going to do so you won't have to go to this group anymore?
I ain't got that far yet.
Okay. Anybody else?
What you say again?
Can you identify yourself speaking sustained talk to yourself, or even can you identify any change talk that you might have said? If you haven't, that's okay. I do have an activity that we can do. And if you do decide that you have something that you want to ask and you're not on the topic, feel free to write it on the board, and I'm gonna call it the parking garage. So if we can't get to the topic right away, or if I have to think about it or research it, put it in the parking garage, and we can come back to it. Okay. So this is activity number 1. With this activity, I need 2 volunteers. So I volunteer. 2 volunteer. Okay. Anybody else? Okay. So it's about the intrusive thoughts, and it's talking about why do they persist? The tale of 2 brains and metaphor. So it's going to break down the change talk in a sense and the sustained talk, or why we even think that way, or have negative thoughts, and how can we go about doing that. We'll learn that. So who want to be the judging brain? Judging brain. The judging brain is on the left side. And then
I see it.
we need the fear brain.
Okay. I'm the fear brain.
Okay, you can start off judging brain in a box first.
Okay. Here is the conscious bit of your brain, the smart you, the bit of you that knows where you are and what you are doing, the bit that can make plans and can decide what to have for tea. Let's call it the judging brain.
Here's a bit of your brain that deals with threat. Its job is to alert you to potential danger by generating and sending danger-related thought to the judging brain and anxious feelings to the body. It is not smart. It can't tell the difference between what is real and what is imagined. It is not under direct conscious control. It does its job quickly, but often when it does need to. It has better safe than sorry policy. Let's call it the fear brain.
So most of the time, the judging brain works fine together. The judging and fear brain works together. And the trouble is they don't exactly speak the same language all the time. What happens is they get their wires crossed, and one of them kind of overpowers the other one. So we're gonna see with a little skit that Hydra and Deborah about to do.
So, fear brain. I have just been reminded of something dangerous or awful. I know I will generate a thought about this awful thing to warn the judging brain and take care. After all, better safe than sorry.
Oh no, I have just had a horrible thought. This thought must mean something. It must be true. I need to stop having this thought or get rid of it somehow. This thought is dangerous.
I was right. I knew that thought was important. I know my job. I need to produce more of these thoughts.
No, not more of those awful thoughts. I need to get away from them or avoid them or distract myself.
Provide proof right again. Those thoughts must be very important. If judging brain is so desperate to get away from them, I better make some more.
These awful thoughts won't stop. What does it say about me to have these thoughts? I must be a bad person to have them. It must mean I am weak.
The judging brain is really being affected by those thoughts. They have got to be very important indeed. I better keep churning them out.
And the story continues. But what needs to change to make this stop? The thinking? Okay, so what about the thinking is what I'm asking. What do you think about the thinking that needs to be changed? Right, so how can we change the negative thoughts?
Thinking positive.
Yes. Exactly. Can you give an example of thinking positive that you can do in a situation?
Like if I say I want to lose weight, maybe stop eating out.
Okay.
Eat healthy.
Okay, that's a way. And so, what is your thinking process behind it?
It's not going to happen on its own.
So can anybody just throw out some positive talk? Like, how can I do this? Do anybody want to share anything that they probably down talk themselves all the time? Do you down talk yourself at any point? Or be like, I can't do this. Or I would never. Okay, so what we want to do is reverse it. Instead of saying, no, I can't. I can. I can try.
Like obtain their job or something.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I can do it instead of thinking that I can't.
Exactly. So anybody know any other statements like that?
So lie to yourself.
It's not lying to yourself.
If you don't think that, so if you don't think that, don't say it.
It's not lying to yourself. See, the issue, I'm not going to say issue. One of the things is we can believe something or feel so negative or put ourselves down so much to the point that we end up believing that we cannot do it. So before we can even attempt to do it, we didn't stop ourselves from doing it because we didn't unconsciously be thinking like, okay, what's the point of me even trying, right?
So how do you make yourself believe that you can do something if you don't believe it? Like how do you just change that?
It's something that you gotta practice over time. Where you catch yourself saying, "Oh, I can't do this. I would never." Oh, okay, I didn't just caught myself. You know what? I can. I try. You gotta embed it in yourself. Like you just embedded. I would never be able to do this, or I can't do this. Yeah, change the way.
And it sounds easy.
Yeah, it sounds easy, but it's practice though. I don't want to sit here and tell y'all it's easy or anything. I'm like, I done tried this and it's easy and it's not working, Anita. No, I'm just saying it's gonna take practice and you might see results. I'm just gonna challenge y'all. Y'all can just try it for a while and see what results that you get. What happens if you think positive? Do you think you're gonna have positive outcomes?
Yeah, not necessary.
Why you say not necessary?
You said if you think positive, positive things will happen.
No, I'm saying if I challenge you, maybe if you think positive things can happen. You know, sometimes it's a routine for people. They're like, okay, I'm thinking negative, and you know, nine times out of 10, something negative happened, right? Or they suspected a certain outcome, and they was right about a certain outcome because they kind of sabotaged it themselves, for lack of better words.
Sounds good, but like I thought positive. I thought it would be a good idea to put all my money into this house, and I lost it. And then I'm home, so that was thinking positive and
Stupid positive.
it.
No,
yeah.
We don't want to talk like that. We don't want to be like that.
She's being positive. That was positive, right?
No.
You said don't lie.
It's not about not lying. It's sometimes we're talking about reactions, okay? Finance, sometimes you have to think a little harder or you gotta go ask advisors. And sometimes some things doesn't work out. And that's not because you thought positive and that's why it happened. That's a different thing. Like you're in your situation now, you're homeless now. So you think that happened? Do you think that I'm never gonna get out this situation? Or do you think it's possible for you to get out this situation?
Maybe it's possible, or maybe.
So you in
This
between?
In between both of these brains you just showed us today.
Okay. But what we said, what CPT is saying, cognitive behavioralists, is saying that sometimes if we think something so much negative or saying that we can't do anything that eventually we won't be able to do it because we're not going to even attempt to do it. You know what I'm saying? So what we're saying is come up and think that it's possible, and then when you think positive about yourself and you feel like, okay, I can do this, you'll be able to see yourself through this situation instead of being depressed when it comes to going to job interviews. Not saying this is you, but for anybody, you can feel a negative about yourself for so long that you can make yourself become depressed or you stop yourself. And I feel like I'm being redundant, but it's true.
Yeah, but no matter how much you're thinking, I'm sorry, Deborah. Just like sometimes I feel like I'm never gonna get out of my situation. No matter how much I want to get a job, if nobody will give me a chance, what am I supposed to do?
Right. And I understand that. But what we're saying is when you feel that way, what are you doing? Do you follow your steps all the way through, or do you just come to a halt at a certain point?
I mean, I feel like I follow my steps through from what I know how to do. You know, I feel like I talk well in the interview. I go in the best clothes I can. Don't have much, but I do what I can.
Right. And that's all good steps. So that means just continue, utilize the services that we have here. You need help, talk to Career Passports. See if we can give you any more pointers. So don't just think that you will never get out your situation because it is possible. And utilize the services. If you feel like it's something else that you need assistance with or anything, come to us. Tell us if you feel like we're lacking and you need extra help, assistance in anything. Anybody else?
Oh, like Portia was saying, she thought positive about the house thing. She got the house and then she lost the house. How do you continue to think positive when you've done it and negative things continue to happen to you? So
Right.
where are you supposed to get the, I guess,
That hope.
the drive, or the hope or the will to keep thinking it's gonna be okay and feeling good when everything isn't, and just keep.
First step is be upset that whatever is going on, you have the right to be upset, but don't give yourself a pity party. Because you don't want to be in a pity party for too long. And when you're in a pity party for so long, some people is just going to brush over you. So you got to work even harder to get or attain anything that you want. And continue to think positive and seek out services. It's not going to happen overnight. It's going to start off little by little. I can make you little goals. If you feel like, okay, let me do small, short-term goals first, and then this is my long-term goals, and I can try to achieve those. Well, this is good, a first start for our group, and now we'll be doing the next following group of, cognitive behavior therapy. It'll be the part 2 of this. And I really enjoyed meeting you ladies. I hope you come back. This is just the beginner introduction. See how we feel with each other. Remember that whatever's said here doesn't leave here. Don't share each other, information. And say anything that anybody feel like they got out the group.
That she
I like the positive thinking aspect.
You don't think you will go home and try to do it? Just practice a little bit from time to time. You gonna come to the next group?
I don't know if I'll come to the next
I
group, but I'm
really
gonna
think
keep
it.
talking.